Jennifer.
Hi, Isaac. Can you hear?
Yes, hear you perfect.
We did some exploration, beautiful exploration with Judith the other day when she asked for help. So I'm on the same page with her. I need help.
Okay.
Yeah, just there's some sensations that are so strong coming up in the body, and there's just a resistance. Yeah, to be with them.
Yeah, so just honor that resistance. Just honor that resistance. It's not your enemy. It's just an automatic movement that happens. And it's unconscious. If it was up to you, it wouldn't be there.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you able to hear me, Jennifer?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oops. Think we lost him.
Yeah, he's out of the meeting now. We'll wait a few moments, okay?
Okay, I think he's back.
now.
There he
Yeah,
is.
back. Yeah, cool. So let's see how this works. I'm not sure. This is the first time I've spotted from my phone anyway. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Look what I can do.
There you are.
Okay, great. Listen, we can just try it and see if this doesn't work, then we give it a miss. But so if it was up to you, that resistance would not be there.
Correct.
So we can see that there's something unconscious that's resisting. It's not you. So honor that resistance. Be gentle with it. And then inquire, without trying to change it or fix it, is that resistance necessary or useful in this moment?
It's not, but it just feels like an old mechanism playing out of trying to survive, I guess.
Yes, exactly. So all you're doing is you're coming to present moment and you're just checking in this moment, is there any real danger around you? Right here, right now, good. And then you're checking, is this resistance useful or necessary in this moment? And it's just yes or no, not trying to change it or fix it. You're just using your discrimination to check and see if it's necessary. That's all.
No, it actually seems kind of funny. But there's, it's just been a frozen layer that seems to be in a fight, but this kind of calms it down.
Yeah. So already, just without trying to change it, something is calming down, and just to notice that. Yeah. The system is getting new information. That's all. And usually if it's like an old friend, if it's been a pattern there, and because some of these patterns are from generations back.
Mm.
If it's been there for a while, usually a little bit will soften and some will remain. And so you just ask the question, whatever's remaining, honoring it, gentle with it, not trying to change it, but just checking if in this moment it's necessary or not.
Mm.
And if something softens a little bit more, then just acknowledge that your assessment that it's not necessary was correct. So you're starting to reestablish trust with your perception. Because up till now, what happens is when we touch a trauma packet of information, our system, it immediately feels like our life is actually under threat in the moment.
Yeah.
And then we don't have connection with our cortex. Everything goes into fight flight. And so, like our perception is telling us, it's like, and usually what happens is that resistance shows up as identification. It shows up that there's something wrong with me or something like that. So we're just unwinding it and seeing this is old information. It's an automatic unconscious. It has nothing to do with you. And it's an opportunity. So with luck, that takes away some of this idea there's something wrong with me, and shame and guilt and all the stuff that comes from usually one package, you could say, in that resistance. And the funny thing about it is it functions the same in all of us. It's not, it's generic. It's not personal to anybody, but it sure feels personal when it's happening.
Yeah, it had a flavor of it just like I'm not safe here or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. That's the thing. It's like when an old information that hasn't integrated gets touched, and it doesn't take much. It's like it feels, at a feeling level, it feels like existential.
Yeah, it just kept coming, like it's not safe to not only be here, but even to open to this or to allow this or whatever you want to say.
Of course, it's like the intelligence of the system is it wants to survive. And so your conscious mind, your conscious trying to deal with it has never worked that I found. So it's when, it's like a lot of times when trauma happened, either for our ancestors or for this incarnation, there was nobody really there for us. So it was not in communication, for one thing. And here we are in communication. And to the extent that there's nothing in me that wants to fix you, help you, change you, your system can relax and feel safe. And so once there's that sense of safety here, then inquiry can happen. And when we inquire, we can see, actually, this moment, thank you for all those years of service. It worked. Just tell me when you can hear me again now. You look frozen on my screen.
Oh.
And there's awareness here. The other thing that happens is there's a tendency to try and get some benefit out of inquiry. We want our experience to be different. But the bigger seeing is that whatever this is that plays in us is happening for almost everybody. And so to the extent that it starts to integrate in us, it actually is benefit to the entire field. And that's important to recognize. This is not for you. Yeah. It's just, it's appearing where this deep love of truth has happened, is happening. And yeah, so. And just see how it feels now, in this moment. And you can be honest, you don't have to pretend in any way. Just what do you notice?
Yeah, something still, something feels like it feels a little safer to relax. And something feels like it wants to laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. All good signs. Yeah.
And something still feels like it still needs to hold too. So it's like
cool.
a big soup.
Yeah, cool. And just wherever it feels like it needs to hold, just recognize that if it was up to you, it wouldn't do that. Yeah, and so gentle with that aspect or that sense, and just checking to see if it's related to this current moment or this is relating to old information.
No, it feels like it's related to old information.
Yeah. And you know, if I show you a picture of fire, it cannot burn you. And all our memories are that, they're just pictures. So it's related to an old picture, an old something, you know. And so then just checking again fresh in this moment. Thank you for, you know, trying to protect me all these years. And just at this moment, it's not necessary. I've checked. I'm safe. All is well here. Yeah. To whatever extent it's, you know, that it feels okay to just get softer, it's welcome to. And if it wants to hold on a little bit more, you understand, it's okay.
It just feels like something in my system is thawing out.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I
Deep
can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Without any effort, without any doing whatsoever, just seeing clearly. Yeah. Everything happens just through the agency of awareness. Just, you know, like, okay, this old trauma information that's getting touched, we don't even need to know what it was or what it is or where it comes from. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Or what triggered it. It really doesn't. It's not relevant, actually. You know, I mean, trauma is just when there's an overload of information that our system couldn't process at the time. Then it somehow stores in the nervous system. And it can be major, and it can be something like a child losing their mom's hand in the supermarket. I mean, it can be a wide array of things, you know. It's like, cool. Yeah. Just sensing your body, how it's, you know, Is there more life in this, in the cellular structure? Is it feeling more like it can just be?
Yeah, it feels like my body is vibrating because it was holding so tight I couldn't feel anything.
Yeah, yeah. You know, so this is the thing. It's like, you know, if our parents never knew non-duality, if they never knew who they were, they didn't have the information to let our systems know all is well. Not because they didn't love us, just their parents probably never knew, and their parents probably never knew. It's just like that.
Yeah.
So to be together like this, where there's nothing to solve, there's nothing wrong, there's just noticing where something automatic and conscious is doing its dance. And we just present to it, honoring it, and gentle. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like there's a new level of safety coming in.
Sure. Amazing how quick it can function. It always blows me away. I just see how quickly, given the right circumstances, the nervous system could just relax and chill. And it's a process, you know, it's like, but again, it's nothing you need to remember. It's nothing you need to do. The system is learning. Like when you've learned to ride a bicycle, you don't have to go home and try and memorize how you did that, you know. Your body just knows it. So it's learning at that level.
Thank you, Isaac.
Beautiful. Thanks for this inquiry. Yeah.
Feet wants to come in.
Isaac is frozen right now.
Say again. Okay, feet. I see.
Okay, thank you. So amazing to sit with you, Isaac. You show again and again and a million times it's all empty. Everything has no substance. Man, wow. It's such a variety of phenomena, but
Yeah.
all empty.
Empty. Yeah. Yeah. That's a
Empty.
deep seeing. That's a deep
Wow,
seeing.
it's I'm amazed again and again, and you show it so often. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah. It's a privilege to explore together.
Say again?
It's a privilege to explore
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, yeah. Now I have better tone. Yeah, I love it. I love it to be reminded. Who loves it? I don't know.
I
To
understand.
be reminded of what? I don't know. I love it. Love it.
That's
Oh, thanks.
yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful feet. Just beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Evangelia. Evangelia. Am I saying it correct?
Evangelia.
Evangelia. Okay, cool.
Bravo. Bravo.
Hi.
Hello. I was also amazed just now how quickly the unconsciousness responds. And at the moment I'm very triggered because I feel excluded by some. It got triggered by a friend of mine who says now he's not my friend, and also a common friend is on his side. So the story is not important. I feel excluded, and then sort of old excludeness sort of jumps in. And my question is, I think I still haven't learned to be soft with myself like you did with Jennifer.
So here we are. Let's come back to this moment here. Okay, and we're resting together now, yeah? And we're resting together in this field of this community, the Sangha. Okay, we're just here resting together. And in this moment, everything is perceived through the senses, so it's a sensation, it's not more. Usually that sensation gets interpreted through our conditioning and our trauma. And we end up with a perception. Perception is not reality, it's a dream, yeah? Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So this whole feeling of not being rejected and stuff, it's a dream. It's not real.
I think what I was getting at, I just wanted to say that still, is my anger is that, I say anger now, my not understanding is that my system, I feel, doesn't let me have access to, it just becomes blurry and I have no access so that I can grasp this feeling of real being, feeling excluded, and then giving it a chance to transform itself. I know it's not real, but
yeah.
So angry, then, I can't get
it. Then leave it. Sounds like a lot of hard work you've been trying and not necessary.
And it answers, wait a minute, I want to get out of here.
Okay, yeah. And then you ask it, are you real?
I was real. And I'm still alive for some reason.
Yeah. So, you know, these movements that show up, these interpretations. If we look honestly, do we know what's going on in this moment?
Do we know what's going on?
Yes.
We do.
We don't have a clue. Millions of cells, trillions of cells, standing on a planet, a rock that's moving through space in parts of this gigantic galaxy and part of a universe, galaxies upon galaxies upon galaxies. And we don't know what's going on. And yet somewhere there's this tendency to believe interpretations and think we know something. It's not wrong, it's not bad. But if we're honest, we see we don't know anything. It's just all this information. Appearing in awareness, which is, we can't say what it is either. Yeah? And there's resistances, and there's attractions, and there's liking, not liking, and preference, and all these funny little movements happening by themselves. So in my mind, it would make as much sense to spend these moments seeing how much we can enjoy each other this moment, as it is trying to solve something that doesn't even exist. You know, how much fun are we allowed to have?
And where's the limit of trans? How do you say when you transpass something? Trans.
Yeah, jumping out. Yeah.
Is this worth thinking about, or?
Yeah. So let's look at that. Have you ever had the experience when you're driving in your car, and
Okay.
it's a hot summer day, and you look and the road looks like there's water on the road?
I don't
Have
drive.
you don't drive, but you've been in the car with someone else when it looks
Right.
like that, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know that what looks like water isn't really water. It's a Fata Morgana, yeah? It's a mirage. So you don't stop the car and think, okay, well, first I have to get rid of all the water. You just drive. You know, some people talk about spiritual bypassing, like if there's something going on in us and like we're pretending it's not happening. But here we're not pretending anything. We're saying, okay, yes, in this moment there's some resistance happening. There's some idea of working on something. All of these things are going on. And at the same time, there's awareness here. And there's all the sensations of this moment. Some which maybe we notice, some which we don't notice. But it's funny where our attention gets trapped or gets fixated on, yeah? Like our fixation, you know, like our attention can rest just on the deep knowing there's awareness here. Or the attention can rest on, oh, before I get to that deep resting, I have to work on some stuff. What do we need to work on just to simply be? And that idea of working on things, where does that come from? Well, what is it? Based on some sense of discomfort or some sense of not feeling at peace, then we want to work on it to come to peace, but the working on it keeps us from peace. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not trying to change anything or fix anything. I'm just here. And so if you like, just get a sense of the quality of attention that is coming from me and how that feels to you.
At the moment, we're frozen.
Whether I see you as an object or with
Are you only frozen for me or for everybody?
No, you just lost connection, I think. We'll wait a moment, okay?
Okay.
He's now out of the meeting, so we'll wait till he comes back, okay? Here he is again.
So here we are. Listen, if it cuts out again, we'll just end it because it's really trying to stay on, but yeah, I think everything's struggling. Okay, but anyway, here we are for now. Yeah. And can you feel any joy in your system?
I can. I wish my whole system would
Can
just,
you hear me?
yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but yeah.
I can hear you too.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Can you feel any joy in your system?
There is joy and there's a pulling, and it sort of goes backwards and forwards.
So just take a moment and just appreciate the joy for a few moments.
It's glorious.
Yeah, good. And just enjoy the enjoying. And if you'd like to make it even more, just wish that all beings can know this joy. Blow a heart kiss to all beings. And see what that feels like.
There's also shame. And joy.
And what are you noticing now?
It's like a volcano, and all this expansion. There's a lot of expansion and thankfulness, gratefulness.
Yes.
How amazing. If I really believe in what you say and go into it, in this magic, it works.
And it's not really a question of believing. It's like, if what I speak resonates with your own knowing, then no belief is necessary because you know it.
Yes, it's resonating, but then this pulling, this is what I meant.
Yeah, so that pulling, just you notice that pulling. Like, somebody knocks on your door. Someone knocks on your door, and from the knock, it's not anything you're interested in. It's a salesperson, or it's somebody trying to trouble you, whatever. Do you have to open the door? No. You don't even have to open the door.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. It's interesting, that we think we need to open the door. Just because there's knocking, just because there's pulling. You know where that goes. You've been down there how many times? You know where that pull goes to. Not interested. Only interested in beauty, peace. I see Spa, you can be next. Yeah, so take a moment. We just here, not in a hurry. You know, taking 1 millisecond for freedom, 1 millisecond just for love and peace and beauty. How much of our life do we spend with other nonsense?
You are Apostle Paul with the key in your hand, showing you heaven.
You know, Papaji had this, have you ever taken a plane flight anywhere?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And then when you're in the waiting room, do you try and redecorate the waiting room? In the transit lounge? No, because you know you're not going to be there. So we're in the transit lounge. You don't need to be busy with anything. Just here, you're in love with truth, with love, with peace. Don't open the door to any pull, to any nonsense. Not worth it.
Well, the vessel wants to become clean for this glory to come in. And
The
glory
glory's here, and we just don't notice it if we focused on other things. If you want to know the glory, focus on it. It's here. This idea you have to clean the vessel. Just have a look and see. That idea, just that idea, this postponement of happiness. Isn't it?
Well, I only have this German word, Sehnsucht. When you have this
Yearning.
longing.
Yeah. Longing for love, for peace, for beauty. Then you stay with that longing. But that doesn't mean you got to go, you see, okay, I'm really interested in love and peace. But first I have to deal with all this other stuff. First I have to clean this and I have to clean that. And then I have to, that's
I have another
incorrect.
example. I have another example. I'm in a dark room and there's light coming out from a little hole. And all the day I look at this hole because I love it. But it would be great if the whole room would shine.
That thought, just that thought.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like to use your example, if there's some place dark and it's been dark for 100 million years, and you come in with a really bright light, how long does it take for the darkness to be light? How long?
Not even a second.
Not even a second. Doesn't matter if it's been dark for 100 million years. We don't have to wait. We don't have to postpone, not one more second.
Gosh. What a freedom.
What a freedom. Here now, already. Beauty.
Thank you, Apostle Paul.
Okay. Swaha. See you. Cool. And you need, yeah, you've unmuted. I see you.
I'm so happy. I feel
Alex?
like the most happiest girl in the world. I'm one of the most happiest beings of the world. I'm so full of love and gratitude. I can't explain how much.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see you again. I don't know what to say anymore.
You don't need to say anything. I can feel, I can see.
My heart is beating. So much love.
Simple, huh?
And this forever also.
It's not even in time, yeah? Beyond time.
Beyond time. Yeah.
That time appears in this, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Beauty. Good to see you, Swaha.
Mwah.
Thank you. Sylvie. And then Mira.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Sylvie.
Just wanted to rest with you.
Rest away.
Yeah.
What happens when we just get quiet, sorry?
Movements, and it feels really close to myself, and
Yeah.
also I feel like I'm nothing. So
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
all the stuff we take so seriously. I mean, wow,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Yeah, and I was wondering at the end, because we love this love. And for a moment, there was a question like, isn't loving this love also a distraction or from just being, or?
Just being is love. Because it's not, it's not outsourcing the love. It's just love overflowing. It's
Yeah.
just not I love you. It's just loving. It's just. Like the sun shining. It's not.
Yeah, but there's still some kind of preference to want to feel this all the time.
And just very gently inquire. The preference
Yeah.
comes up. It's an idea. That's all.
Yeah, it's shifting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny, like a little while ago, Australia was on fire. There was just fires everywhere. And now it's in this area, and that's not everywhere in Australia, but just this coast. Man, rains like people have never seen in the last 150 years. Houses, people had to climb on their roofs and be rescued by boats. I mean, it's unbelievable. And comes and it goes, and then a few days later the water's gone and you're just cleaning up the mess. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about the flooding or.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's in this area of Australia. It's not even everywhere in Australia. It's just here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The town that got hit the worst is this little town called Lismore, Lismore. If you want to Google Lismore, you'll see photos.
Okay. Yeah. I'm happy your feet are dry.
Yeah, my feet are dry.
Yeah.
Yes. There was a lot of big winds and things broke and all that, but all minor stuff in the big scheme of things. It's like, okay, wow, so lucky.
Yeah. What I wanted to share about my lawsuit, I was invited to a party Saturday, and there was one of our ministers was there, and I talked with him, and he's going to help me with my lawsuit. So yes, it's amazing, this flow, and I really have the feeling we're digging into this black hole deeply the coming period. So it's really huge. Yeah, it's really huge. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, something. I mean, you know, you just watch our one little step and then the next little step. And look, if 1 year ago we would start, wow, you know, this was happening like this, you wouldn't have believed.
No. And still I'm
Yeah.
sometimes wondering, am I in a movie or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life will take care. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Zoe.
Thank you.
Beauty. Mira.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. The sign is coming up that my internet's unstable. It might break down. I'm willing to try again if it does. Now it's being a little bit better for a while. So let's see. And just 1 second. I need to just check. I bought more data. I just want to see if I've still got, if that doesn't run out. So, oops, that takes a second. That looks okay. Cool. How does life look from here?
Very relaxed and at
Relaxed.
peace.
Peace, radiant beauty. Oh my God. With no pretense, yeah, no needing to do anything. It's just natural. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was really touched by what you said about it's not needed to open the door. It's like something I really have to look deeper into it, like because I can see that in myself. It's like this idea of I have to be open to everything, to everyone.
just another idea. You know, it's like we have this moment. That's it. And we can spend it in love with love, or we can spend it in working on ourselves, or trying to fix something or get somewhere. And that habit of working on ourselves or trying to do something, it's an interesting mindset. It's just like, it's endless.
But yet there are human connections, right? And
Doesn't mean that.
relating is happening. And sometimes it's just like these dynamics are so strong that I don't know if it's true that you have to work through it. Maybe loving through it is the better expression. Or like, I don't know, or being with it. Just
So when you're having a nightmare, have you ever had a nightmare?
of course,
dream
lots
that
of
was-
them
Yes.
on all levels.
Yeah. And so in the nightmare, if you know, whatever's happening, you come up with a solution, you're still staying in the nightmare.
Mhm.
And if you want to come out of the nightmare, you just wake up.
Mm.
Then when you wake up, what happened to the nightmare? There might be some sensations left from it,
Mhm.
but something knows that was not real,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely true. What you know, like who am I to judge how long it takes, right?
So using that analogy of the nightmare happens. Okay, sleeping, and who knows? We watched a movie, or we don't know where it comes from even. And there's a nightmare, and then we wake up and we go, okay, that was a nightmare. It was a dream.
Hmm. Yeah, it's somehow like also like when
Now,
the
if we spend the next
sorry.
hour or 2 hours
Yeah.
trying to make sure that we never have another nightmare again, then we're in the nightmare still,
Mhm.
isn't it?
So it's a dance of opening the door or not.
I'm not sure if you heard.
He's gone.
Yeah, we'll just wait for a moment. He said he was trying to come back again, so.
Mira, I'm coming back to you. Cool.
I hear you.
Yeah. So if we have a nightmare and then we wake up from the nightmare is gone. But now we have the idea we need to work and make sure that this nightmare never comes back again. So we spend the next 2 years busy with trying to make sure the nightmare never comes back again. Now we've just spent 2 years in the nightmare, isn't it?
I hear you. It's just the looping happening.
It's just a looping. And for some people, it's not 2 years, it's 20 lifetimes. Until we just stop. Okay, yeah, this one.
This is my interest always, but it's also not in my hands to stop it. It's just like
It's not stopping anything. It's just not opening the door. It's just not getting involved. It's like, okay. Someone comes up to you and they're drunk and they're feeling upset and they want to talk to you. And you go, okay, come on home with me. You can stay as long as you like. Doesn't matter if you eat all my food, you can be here. And there's whiskey in the cupboard. When will they leave?
Never?
Never, of course, never. And if they come to you and they say, look, I'm angry and and you say, you don't say anything, you just walk. You have no obligation to engage, not at all.
But how to invite? How to stay available? Like, you know what I mean? Just being.
Stay available to what you love.
Mhm.
Look, you know, it's like, I'm using that example of someone who's drunk. They have their destiny. They are on their journey. In that moment, you know, it's like, unless there's a genuine interest to really interest in this love affair, why get involved?
So it's about love. If there is
It's
no
about
love,
love.
if there's no love, don't have to go there.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Ultimately,
very useful.
Yeah. Ultimately,
forget.
yeah. You know, that which is living every single one of us is the same intelligence. And if it has to do that funny dance that it's doing, it can do it. Ultimately, it's untouched. That's what's so weird, yeah? Like an actor playing a role of a villain, you know? And maybe when they go out in the street and they've done a really good job, people hate them because they were such a bad person, bad actor. But when you meet them, you go, oh, they're a sweet person. It was just an act.
Mm. Yeah, I feel the same with the dog that bit me, that needs now to be put down.
Yeah.
I just have so much love for this dog.
Yeah.
So much compassion and
Mm.
gratitude.
Mm.
Like, yeah, something is really coming to peace.
Sure.
Thank you. Always coming back to love. Mm.
To me, it seems like staying true to this brilliance, this light, this love, whatever you want to call it. It's just like,
Mm. Thank you for your invitation.
thanks, Spirit.
Thank you.
Judith.
Hey, Isaac.
Hi, Judith.
Yes, there you are. I'm sorry to hear what is happening close to you. I saw some things on the news. It's quite severe. Wow.
It's like they say, it's like, you know, it's so amazing because, you know, I have a home that we rent out, and there was another very big storm, 1 in 50 years or something, and that house didn't flood, so I took the insurance off for flooding. But now this time the water went right through the house and it's all fucked up. Anyway, I just, you know what to do. So
yeah.
Those people had to go and sleep in the shelter last night, and they're so sweet. They were there today trying to clean up, and Look, just find yourself a place to sleep for tonight and a warm place and leave that. I'll take care of it. At the moment, we flooded in. I can't even get out to go there to have a look. So it's like, okay. But I just know, okay, one step at a time. When I can, I will take care. And until then, it is like it is.
Yeah, it's amazing, huh?
Yeah.
We have had over the last weeks a lot of storms, which is not usual in this time.
Yeah.
Storms and rain and all those places with a water war, a real war everywhere. Wow. With one opportunity, huh? Let's stay here.
That's it. I mean, it comes down to that in the beginning, in the middle, and the end.
It is. Yeah. Sometimes it even feels that you are not allowed to joy, you know, it's so much suffering, and yet it's the most important part, that joy, that it is not dependent on anything. Wow.
It was, you know, this woman that was staying in that house, she called me today and I could feel I mean, you could see like she lost everything, all her furniture, everything. Car was underwater, everything. She's calling me and worried about the house. And I'm going, listen, you know, please take care of yourself. All is well, you know. Thank you. You're an absolute sweetheart. And she starts crying. Oh, thank you. Something just relaxed in.
Yeah, she could release.
Yeah. It's so interesting, you know, like life does its dance. I mean, that's it. We all know. None of us really, you know, we'll lose everything in the end, because that's the nature of this dimension. Yeah, so.
And how quickly and automatic that mechanism that wants to have grip, huh? And it can't. It hasn't.
Can't.
Thank you, Isaac.
Good. Yeah.
Isaac, can you
Matis?
speak?
Yes, I can. And then afterwards, Matis, and then Mukti.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Antje. Anything you want to do?
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you. Matisse.
Hey, Isaac.
Hey,
Good to see you again.
good to see you too. You're in your camper van.
Yeah, in Portugal at the moment.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, it's nice. The sun is shining and it's warm.
Yeah.
I would love to explore something with you. Repeatedly in the last weeks again, and has been playing for a while. Whenever there's this idea of finding, a place to live and a wish to become creative again and to do things, and whenever I look at things, at options, like something gets contracted and something cannot move. Somehow it's like impossible to choose something, to make a decision. I go there now, or I do this now. It's like every time it's like,
Yeah. So you can hear, just see if you can notice this, that this idea is putting a pressure on you. Just this idea.
this idea that I
Find a
should be
place.
finding something, or
yeah, and being creative and all that stuff.
yeah.
So just that noticing, just that nuance of a thought, there's somehow that thought or that conditioning or whatever it is becomes more important than gratefulness, than beauty, than love.
Yes.
Now, if you were a shrewd businessman and someone said to you, look, you can have pressure and stress, or you can have beauty, love, peace. The cost is your attention. That's it.
So this whole idea of taking care of oneself and like arranging things.
To my mind, it seems like everything is timing. When you want something to happen, you try and push for it, forget it. And when there's a flow, you can't stop it.
It just feels to me sometimes that there is a flow, but something is stopping the flow, some ideas or whatever.
In a way, there's, all there is flow. Like there's just this information flow in this moment, and then it's going through there's just these sensations, and then somehow an interpretation from our conditioning and whatever's left of the trauma in our system. So like it's just, can we notice when somehow that interpretation shows up in a way that is not fun, that makes trouble?
Yeah, I can see a habit of projecting a future into those ideas, like projecting something.
Yeah.
And then trying to make a decision out of those projected pictures.
Exactly. And ultimately, like if you look at the structure, it's like, if I do that, then I'll be happy. Rather than I'm happy now, and out of that happiness, whatever's going to come next will come next, and it'll show itself. It's somehow trusting the stress and the habit to put pressure rather than trusting the natural flow of how happiness wants to express itself.
And I can see that, and sometimes something comes naturally out of happiness.
Yeah.
And then there's a following, but then some doubt comes, basically.
Yeah, that's all.
And then yeah.
So you see. If I tell you, look, just wait, Matthias, wait to be happy. Don't, whatever you do, don't be happy now. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. You know, it's like, come on. You've got to pay your dues.
There's days where I'm here, like where, you know, nothing is happening and I'm just super happy with nothing happening.
Exactly. Relaxing and enjoying.
And yeah.
And then you'll see what's next. I mean, you know, my sense is it'll surprise you. Something will come and it's like you'll turn around and you go, wow. Suddenly there's another direction there, you know, out of nowhere. And you go, okay.
Yeah.
I love that joke, you know, when the wife says to her husband, what are you going to do today? And he says, nothing. And she said, but that's what you did yesterday. And he says, yes, but I wasn't finished yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it's an idea coming up of something.
Just an idea. That's all. Just an idea.
Creates disturbance and
yeah. Well intentioned, you could say, you know, and probably within the framework of your conditioning.
Yeah, I mean, there is this, I think, deep-seated idea that, you know, certain circumstances are kind of better than others. So
then look at that. Is happiness dependent on any circumstance?
No, just on the absence of that idea.
Absolutely not, yeah. Can we sit another minute together? It's a pleasure.
Something starts to feel really funny in my head.
In a funny way or in a nice way? Or?
Yeah, both in a way. It's like in strange and funny way. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Isaac.
So welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. So much love. I feel your love. It's beautiful, so beautiful.
Great, Matthias.
Thank you.
Lovely to sit with you. Just a joy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mukti. Ah, there.
Isaac, are you still in or only frozen for us? Okay, I think he lost connection again. We'll just wait, okay?
Mukti. Hey, Mukti. Back. To rest here like this, how's that for you?
Disappearing in a way, but being more here.
Yes. Beautiful.
And thank you, because what you talked before with Mattis and also Evangelia.
Hmm.
About the future and about the ideas, and that's another door that it doesn't need to be opened.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Beautiful to see clearly, huh?
Yeah, I kind of see. Yeah, there's a movement that it's, yeah, like not, yeah, something in between, but it's another door, I guess, that it can just not go there.
Yeah.
Is it really possible to not open it? Can I really have the freedom to? Yeah, I can see like the pushing from the outside to just, that's another door.
Yeah, beautiful. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Beautiful tears.
To see that I can only decide for myself. I don't have to give anything or anyone.
Exactly. You know, in Buddha's story, he was sitting, I mean, he did years of meditating, all this stuff, and finally he was sitting and all these different thought forms were coming and really, you know, tormenting him. At one point, he just put his hand on the ground and he said, I have the right to be. I'm not opening the door to anything again. That's it. And they disappeared then. Yeah, that's the story anyway.
The moment of seeing that you have the choice.
Yeah, just sovereign. I don't need to open those doors at all. Then they have no power. They get their power from you, from the attention. And all.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it more and more.
Yeah, beautiful.
The attention gives the power.
Yes, exactly. And it's usually unconscious. We mean the exact opposite. We think somehow, we think that by giving attention, we're going to come out of it. But it's crazy. Yeah. When you see, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
There you are. Wow, cool. Can you hear me?
Yes. You called my name, right? Isaac? Can you speak?
He lost connection again, so we'll just wait, okay?
Okay.
Try again. There you are. Okay. Hi.
Hi. Good, you're back on. I would like to sit with you.
Yeah, he lost again connection.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I don't see you yet. Okay.
Yeah, he's out again. I will contact him if he wants to stop now, okay? Just a moment.
Let's see if it works this time. If it doesn't, then we end it. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like to sit with you if possible now.
Hi, Birgitta.
Hi. Good to see you.
I couldn't hear what you said. Sorry, it's the internet is really bad at the moment. So.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I said I would like to sit with you and
Welcome.
are you still here, Isaac? I think he's gone. Connection is gone.
Yeah, he lost again. Yeah, he's out of the meeting now. So we'll just end it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you all.
Not for hosting.
Okay.